Hi, I'm going to make another video. I haven't made one for a while because I thought, well, it doesn't seem like people are really watching them, and I thought, I don't know, but I'm gonna make. I guess I'll keep making them. Anyway, this one was about Tulsa, and I had kind of said, like, gosh, Lord, people talk about each coast and what's prophetically coming up, and I don't really hear about the Midwest a lot. Tulsa area, which is where I live. This was very interesting because I usually dream in symbolisms. That I always do. I just really don't have literal dreams. This one was kind of literal. And by the way, I have some facial tics. I know I do. They're a little strange. My eyebrow goes up and down. I've had them since I was little, so I just need to relax and let them be there and just ignore them. Okay. In this dream, I'm in East Tulsa, and I'm in kind of a parking lot on 21st Street, a few miles from my house, and all of a sudden someone says, look up in the sky, and I look up in the sky, and there's these two, like, white missiles flying really close together, like one on top of the other in the sky coming, and before you know it, but just right away, it was a huge explosion. And we all hit the ground, of the parking lot. And I was kind of separate from the rest of the people. And I was trying to kind of crawl to get over to where they were. Okay, so me and a friend of mine, there's one person I recognize in the group, and that's my buddy Pete. And we get in a car, and I'm like, well, let's roll up the windows or whatever. And he's like, no, don't do that because you don't want it to collect, like you want whatever it is to flow out of the windows. So that sort of would suggest to me nuclear, So it happens very quickly, and it's like, I'm thinking to myself, it really happened. And it seems like I start off, then I'm by myself, and I'm in my car, I don't know, and I'm driving, and I'm like, I want to get home. I don't live far from there, and I want to get home. Well, there's a roadblock, and so I'm not going to be able to pass with my car through there. So suddenly it's like, then I have a bicycle, and I decide to go north a little bit and then go up another avenue. And that, often in my dreams, places don't look like they really look in real life. It's just most always like that. So it looked like Tulsa, but then some of the stuff was just kind of different, or even familiar neighborhoods I've dreamt about. So I start heading a little bit north on this bicycle, and I am getting nowhere. Well, you don't get anywhere when your back tire is flat. So much for that. So now we're on foot. There are troops lined up incrementally on the side of the road. I would say maybe every eighth of a mile, or maybe every quarter of a mile. I don't know, but they're lined up on the side of the road, and you're not supposed to walk in back of them like on the dirt grass side. You're supposed to stay on the street. They're not wearing camis. They're not wearing fatigues or black outfits or anything like that. They're wearing, kind of your daily work shirt of short sleeve. I'm prior military. Short sleeve, button up shirts, no ties. Kind of a baby blue or a white. I know baby blue can be connected with the UN. Some of their hats are baby blue colors, so I don't really know. I just knew these troops were foreign. They were not dark skinned, they were light skinned. And I'm thinking, wow, they're already here? So that might tell you something, that they're already here and waiting. So I'm walking along northbound on this street, and I see a couple people are in handcuffs. So, they're trying to keep order, I guess. And this person, these two people must have been causing some trouble. I come up on a wad of bills on the ground, and no one's picking them up. And I pick them up, and it's like, 4 $50 bills and maybe 2 $5 bills. And I'm like, well, okay. So I put them in my pocket. Now, that could represent that money is just not valuable. Okay, so I'm just looking for the symbolism there. So I proceed on and then head back east at the next major avenue, which kind of looks like the street that it would really be and kind of not. At one point, it seems like they've dug, and I'm trying to sort of walk over the rock where they've dug, but I can't make it, so I walk back down. They had dug for some reason under. I don't know what that was, but it was just a bunch of big rocks. People were walking, it seems. I look ahead as I proceed, and I see what would be a mushroom cloud, I guess. I only know what it is because I've seen maybe a few pictures of them. I look ahead, and it's like pink, reddish, yellowish fragments, and it's a big, and I'm like, wow, I guess that is the mushroom cloud. And underneath all that, farther in the distance, you know, a mile up the road or whatever, there's snow on the ground. The snow is completely covered, and I'm thinking, oh, I mean, did this kind of cause some climatic change, you know? So maybe it's kind of getting cooler in the dream as I'm heading toward there. I know at one point in the dream, some foreign guy, not a military guy, some Russian or foreign guy, helps me with my weird phone I have in the dream. I'm trying to go to Facebook, and I can't get there, and he was kind of trying to help me or whatever. So the next thing I remember, I just remember I just want to get home. I don't live that far. I just want to get home. And, you know, I mean, it's just like that kind of reality. Wow, this really did happen, you know. And I don't know who the missiles belong to. I know I'm thinking maybe Russia or something, but I might just be thinking that because people have seen Russian, you know, attacks. So I really don't know. I didn't get a sense it was like, you know, ISIS or terrorists like that. So farther down the way, I ask a soldier. Now, this guy is in fatigues or something. He is American. And I say, you know, can I pass through here? Because I think there was another blockage or something. And I'm like, can I pass through here? I live just up the road, and he lets me go. So that is really about all the details I can think of in that dream. But it was 2 missiles, and then, like I said, these guards in these light baby blue or white shirts, light-skinned. These troops were, you know, stationed incrementally along the way, so they were already there. Anyway, that is about all. And if you have any comments or ideas, let me know. But I thought I would just put that out there since we don't hear a lot about the Midwest in people's YouTube dreams and visions. And I might try to do another couple of videos today. All right. I'm hanging in there. I know that YouTube, there's just a lot of division and a lot of, honestly, there's a lot of religious spirits on YouTube, really religious spirits and Pharisee, Sadducee kind of spirits, and I don't know. I haven't been in church in 7 years, and maybe there's a good reason why. 7 or 8 years. I don't know. Anyway, I guess I will close with that, and shalom. I'm going to tell you really quick about a dream I had. It might have been 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I'm thinking more like 3 months ago, and I'm going to make it very, very brief, but maybe it'll be encouraging. It really encouraged me. I call it the marathon dream. In this dream, I am in the Boston Marathon, but it's not that the place looks like Boston, but I'm in the Boston Marathon, and, you know, just starting out there, and the person that's with me, like, I'm really, like, enthusiastic, and I'm really serious about this, and the person with me kind of really isn't. You know, they're just kind of half-heartedly in it. But I say, we're going to need some water, you know, and I know what I'm thinking is something we can hook to our belt or something that's small, that's portable, and that won't weigh us down. Well, this person comes back with these big gallons of water, and I'm like, we can't use those, you know? Those will weigh us down. And I'm thinking of Paul talking about the race. Don't let anything weigh us down in our race so we can finish it. So we need to run light. And another way of looking at that might be that we need to simplify our lives. I've been doing that for several years. Simplify our lives. Make our lives easy maintenance. Get rid of the excess. Get rid of the junk. Get rid of the debt. Get rid of complicated things and focus on what needs to be focused on, which is purifying our garments before the Lord, doing what our mission is. You know, letting Him grow us and being more aware of the spiritual realm than the natural realm, and getting His message across. That's really what is going to matter. Quickly, we're going in and out of people's apartments. It's almost like French apartments, you know, but we're running in and out of people's apartments, and at some point we come to this place like where there's like provisions, and I might kind of be more alone at this point, but it's almost like a big, not a dumpster, I can't remember now, but it was like I don't know if it was like shelves or a dumpster or something, but people that have been in the race before would leave all this stuff for us to use. Socks, shoes. At one point, it seems like in one bathroom we're running through, kind of crazy, running through people's homes, there's soap, toiletries. So to me, that's those that have gone on before us or farther along in the race, leaving help for us. So there's provisions for us, even though it's used provisions, it's things that we can put on when our socks wear out, when our shoes wear out, maybe clothing or whatever, it's left there for us. Kind of makes me think of the Appalachian Trail where people write in the little journals, in the little journal along the way at different posts, what's going on and who they are, etc., etc. So anyway, then what ends up happening in the dream that really is what I wanted to say is I'm in the city and I'm running up just a road, not a dirt road, but a real kind of city road, and it's way up, you know, running up. And I keep running and running, and I reach the top. And I don't even know how to articulate how I felt. It wasn't rainbows and all that. It was kind of black and white, but I just knew it was God. It was like His purpose, everything, His reality, that, you know, you've reached a place in the race. It's not the end, but it was a really important pinnacle, maybe, a really important marker. And I'm just standing there, and I'm all by myself. There's no runners around me. Most of the time I'm by myself. And I'm looking around, and I don't know what the feeling was, but it was this feeling of complete exhilaration, freedom. It was just God. I don't know, but it was just like reaching that place. You know, kind of like getting a little gift of encouragement in the middle of the race there, or toward the end, you know. And it was so amazing. I just looked around, and it just like, God, you know, like, wow. So it wasn't the end, but it was a little marker to encourage. So that was, like I said, I don't know if that dream was 3 months ago, maybe more, but it was sometime this summer. So that's the marathon dream. All right.